Tarzan French, da bare bones, listening exercises. Grunting and pointing Tarzan style in French will get you quite far. But what happens when a local person talks to you in French? Ah! These exercises are to train your ear to everyday spoken conversational French, the French you will come up against on the streets. It may take a few tries to tune in, so listen a few times to get it. Listening practice is often neglected, but it's the key to better understanding French. You didn't learn your own language in a day, so please give yourself time to tune in to the French language. Here are 5 suggestions for how to use these exercises. Firstly, and probably most usefully, listen only. There will be no visual cues, no pictures to help remind you, no silly associations. You are going to be learning French the way you learnt your native language, or if you speak more than 1 languages. When you first learnt your own language or languages, you didn't write anything down, you didn't read anything. You couldn't read and you couldn't write. You learnt by ear. You could also listen and read at the same time. Doing this will help you to recognize written words, written French words. You could read only. You will get the transcript in a PDF. You have English on one side and French on the other. I would start by covering up the English, reading the French and seeing if you can translate it into English. And then do it the other way round. Cover up the French and then see if you can read the English and say it either out loud or in your head in French. And if you have someone who can help you with this, great. You could read and write. So it's the same as before. You could start with covering up the English and then seeing if you can write down the English from the French, and then vice versa. Cover up the French and see if you can write it in French. Okay, doing these different exercises just accesses different parts of your brain. So by reading, you will get better at recognizing the written French word. By writing French, you will improve your spelling. But it also means it will help go into your long-term memory because you're using different parts of your brain which help you to better remember. And finally, you could listen and write. You're going to need a pause button. You listen to it and then see if you can write it down. And then check your work afterwards with the PDF. Of all of these, if you don't have a lot of time, I would recommend doing number 1, the listen only. Okay, every little bit helps. Just do what you can. D'accord, c'est parti. Let's get going.